Attention, this is Scientist Miles. Please take everything my dumb friend is about to say with a grain of salt. This is completely satirical. Do not, under any circumstances, try this at home. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark, we must either love each other or we must die.
I'm Jansen. I'm 14 years old, and before I even know how to drive, I've built a nuclear test site in my backyard. It all started a few months ago where my friend said, wouldn't it be really cool if you built a nuclear test site? And then I was like, dude, that's impossible. That's physically impossible. And then he said, well, what if you did? And then that just blew my mind right there. And then I did it. I did it. Starting the project was pretty easy, I'd say. I just needed some radioactive materials, which I found a cesium mine downstream of a river I drank from as a kid. Some extra scrap metal, which I got from a quarry nearby. And lastly, a reactor. The reactor we're still working on, but we're planning on getting a demon core reactor, which, you know, it's pretty hard to get the demon in there, but, you know, it'll all work. We found this perfect sphere of cesium that we've got encased in a metal coating, so that should hold them there for a while.
The place's funds weren't properly managed. Their demon core reactor, very expensive stuff. You gotta get the soul from the demon, you gotta get all the materials. Yeah, that's at least $1 million there if I'm remembering it correctly. I think it was closer to 10 million because this was an actual quality demon here. You had the metal from the quarries and stuff. Those miners, unpaid. Of course, they went on strike quite a few times. Let's not talk about the ones that died from pickaxes to the head. Yeah, so the pulling metal out of the ground, very expensive process. Again, at least 10 million there. That's a minimum, so closer to 15 million if I'm remembering that correctly. You had the nuclear materials, again, you need to get government approval for that stuff. It's like at least 10 million per gram or so of uranium or plutonium. So, very expensive. You had the actual construction of the entire base itself, the assembly of that demon core from earlier, the assembly of those nuclear materials, the actual transportation of the materials from the quarry to the backyard. Very expensive stuff. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars here. You also have compensation for the families who lost their loved ones. 3 people died just constructing the thing. 7 people died from radiation damages. That entire area, that entire backyard is all contaminated. It's a very bad place to be. And the initial funding for this was just like $10,000-ish. The company's run so far into the red here. There's no way they can possibly come back from this.
The organization is pretty small. It's just me and a bunch of kids I found nearby who wanted some extra money, so I hired them, and they should get their first paycheck in a year or so.
Yeah, I think Jansen's fine. I think like I don't get paid, but I think the experience is very good. Because I currently go to ASU for chemical engineering, and thankfully Jansen, I found Jansen to make me and he gave me an internship. You know, I just wish I was paid.
Why did I do this? Boredom, mostly. I just wanted a project to work on, something I could toy with for a little bit. But I just find it so satisfying making nuclear weapons, you know? I love the process of it. It's just so nice seeing something you've been working on come together. And right after you put in the first few bits of cesium and the small amount of metal that needs to contain it, and then the full shell, and then he'll get up to the reactor, it's just so satisfying to me. Because it started as just a weird thought that came into my mind, and then now it's expanded to this thing, and it's just so cool. Just such an inspiring experience, because I'm really doing something for the world. Okay, so we got a big problem, alright? So, the whole thing with the nuclear weapons, right? You know, a slight little problem I forgot. It all requires money. That's a big issue. Everything needs money. Money. My economist has literally quit because of all of the financial issues. Like, I don't even... The money problems, you need to pay all of the minors, apparently. Everyone needs to be paid if they're legal age and consenting. That's why I specifically hired children, but apparently I still have to pay them because they desire the money. But it's just, why don't they just understand that this is science, right? This is science. You can't have money when you're in science. So we're just a few $1 billion in debt, right? No big deal. No biggie. It's no biggie. But like, it's a few $1 billion. This company is not sustainable without that money. So, welcome to my new business idea. We're gonna do a little thing called money making method. This little new project that we're gonna work alongside with this nuclear project. I found a printer, and I have paper, and I have multiple PNGs of $100 bills. So you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. Yup. We're so screwed. It's very frustrating to me that my dream might not be plausible. It's like the one issue where I feel like that, like, it's really hit me how, like, we're actually building nuclear weapons. But life goes on. How long do I think this project will continue? I don't know, maybe a few more years. Still waiting on my DOE verification, but has not sent an email yet. I've not responded. But the future I see has me head of the DOE. It's a small task, but head of the DOE. But I'm really having fun right now. So I think as long as it stays fun, I'll keep doing it. But I don't know, maybe nuclear weapons are a dangerous job. Like, a few weeks ago, I found this abandoned F-14 Tomcat plane, fighter jet, and try to fix it up, and we have a fully functioning plane. And now we have, like, airborne detonation. It's so much easier than having to detonate every single thing in my backyard. But we found the small offsite to detonate the stuff. There's a little village called Los Angeles. I mean, this is a dangerous project, but I'll keep doing it as long as I'm having fun, or until something horrible happens.